friends of Middlesex County, I would like to welcome you all to this wonderful evening reception of our beloved Senator Vin Gopal. Help him win for his Senate seat in November election. Along with me, we have Vijay Garg. Vijay Garg, can you please come? Of Princeton Collectives and IndusTV, Surabhi Agarwal, former resident of North Brunswick and Navi Monroe, Arun Banrtwal of Plainsboro, and Deven Patel and Abhay Srivastava from South Brunswick in our host committee.
Good evening. Thank you for coming here. It's a beautiful evening, and then you guys invested some time here, so I know it's going to be valuable for you. But here we all are gathered to support Senator Vin Gopal's election, and I know him for a long time now, but maybe 4 or 5 years, and then he's very, very hardworking. The way he made a turbulence in Monmouth County, I know he's going to do it same thing for New Jersey, and he's setting right example for our Indian community and Asian community, and we need more people like him, but we are here to support him, so please support him, and wherever you see him, he's like we just put it here, he's one of our kind of guy, so he's down to earth, very easy to approach him, and he supports small business or employer or employees or anyone. Doesn't matter. Just pick up the phone and he'll help you. He'll take care of your issues. So he's down the earth guy, and that's why we need to just get together, make us unity, and then support him. Thank you, Wayne, for coming and then give us opportunity.
Hello all, and welcome to this gathering for our Senator Vin Gopal. Hello Vin, and welcome here. We are very proud of you and wish you great heights. The last time we met, it was on a Zoom call a few months ago, and where you commented on my collection of National Geographics, if you remember. So I'm going to, tell you that it is my hope and my wish that you will take great interest in putting forth the bills to strengthen the existing policies for protection of our environment and create more where there are none, and encourage the mayors of New Jersey to take immediate and effective actions towards saving our local environment. I wish you all the best, and we are here for you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this reception, and thank you very much for coming to this reception. I got to know and recognize the great work that Senator Vin Gopal does through my activities for South Asians for America, as well as South Asians for Biden. Greatly appreciate the efforts that the Senator has taken on behalf of our community to make sure that we are well protected as the hate crimes and other things are on the rise. We greatly appreciate the leadership Senator has shown for small business. So it is my great honor to welcome the Senator here and welcome you all. I also want to take this opportunity for a shout out for 3 very special Asian American women who are running for our Congress. Help them as well as we grow our representation, because representation truly matters. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to see such a nice gathering today. A big welcome to Vin Gopalji for coming here today. And I've seen a list of his legislations, and I don't know how do I start and from where. But 4 of them were really impressive. I noted them down, because if I started looking at the list, it would be difficult for me to rattle it out and remember all of them. But I really like the fact that he is very active in legislation, and he is supporting the community, and that's one of the reasons I decided to come out today and be in support, and I'm sure all of you are here as well. Some of the key legislations that he has supported or been instrumental in bringing together is the protection of individuals with developmental disabilities, prohibition of state funding from investment in pension and annuity funds, in manufacture of firearms and firearms ammunition. So that's again, something which is very dear to me. I know I have been through the visa route that I came into this country, and 20 plus years back. And I like the support, that he brought in for the dependents of students, of H-1B holders, in terms of the parents, they would qualify for state tuition at public institutions. And I applaud him for his fight against hate crimes in the state of New Jersey. One of the things, that I would request, people might laugh it out, is that we have an overabundance of deer population in New Jersey today. And it could be a menace, for motorists and others, if the senator and could look into that matter, that would be a request, at my end. Hopefully that would help out all of us. When I'm driving on the road, if you're going into the back roads, I'm like kind of a little skeptical, where the deer is going to jump. It's a menace for the deer as well as for us. So hopefully, Senator, a big welcome to you, and all the best for right work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm Vijay Garg here. Thank you all for coming here. Really appreciate you joining on such a short notice. One call, and we couldn't have expected more diverse field set of people than what we have today. We have different business owners from IT side, pharma side. We have different community leaders representing different Rotary Club and other initiatives. And most importantly, the democratic leadership which has come to support this particular cause. And fundamental reason what we have is the vibrant Senator Vin Gopal. We've been covering Senator for last 3-4 years through our different publications. Earlier it used to be India Life, and nowadays more IndusTV. And Dr. Tushar when brought this idea, this was very natural for us to come and support. What you have done already is setting very good example for a lot of us. And we wish you great leadership or more senior role in state level as well as national level soon. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
I want to give a great shout out to Sari for everything that they do for the South Asian community, for coming out and making sure that get the community involved in the voting process and getting them knowledgeable in what's going on in town. But I'd like today, as we are honoring Senator Gopal today, I just want to let you know that when I first met Senator Gopal, he was the chairman of the Monmouth County Democrats, and there was a lot said about him and the way he went about getting organized and doing everything. His leadership brought back the Dems in Monmouth County. So it was no surprise that he became the first South Asian senator in the state of New Jersey. And it's no surprise to me of all the great work he's doing and everything that he's accomplishing. And he's a trendsetter. He has set goals for all of us to follow through on. And I'm proud to call him my friend, and I'm proud to have him on my side helping me as well. We as South Asians make up a majority of the population here in New Jersey. And to have an equal amount of representation, we need at least another 2 or 3 more senators, another 6 or 7 more assemblymen to have that same proportion of population to legislative representation. So it's very important that each one of you work very hard. It's great to see a full room here tonight. It's great to see you all out here supporting Senator Gopal in this endeavor. And just remember to keep that work up. Keep up talking to the community, talking to everyone to make sure that they come out and vote. Because one thing I want to leave you with, South Asian community is very quick to criticize and complain. But when it comes to actually taking a step in the right direction, helping to vote, there's an apathetic attitude in that. So I think it's very important that we reverse that trend to make sure. And I think Sari is doing a great job in setting that goal. So we should all work towards getting more voters out there to come out and vote. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to South Brunswick. There's many people who live here. but many of you don't live in South Brunswick. This is not just where we are, it's my hometown. And so just so glad to be here among so many friends. You know, people are saying such wonderful things about Senator Gopal, and I will also add to that, but I also want to take you back to something that hasn't been said yet, which is that 4 years ago when he ran for the state Senate, he was running in a district where it was far from certain. In fact, he was arguably the biggest upset in the state in 2017. And he did that. He did that from the groundwork that he had done before with a grassroots movement, and then from outworking his competition. And he has continued to do that each and every day. It is so incredibly important, as we've heard, to ensure that besides helping to raise money for him, that we want to make sure he has that grassroots support. And of course, if you live in his district, if you know people in his district, please make sure that people come out and vote. Election day is November 2nd. I will also say, for those of you who happen to live in the South Brunswick area in the 16th district, I'll be on the ticket. Son of Jaffer will be on the ticket. Roy Fryman will be on the ticket. If you want to vote for us, we wouldn't mind. But in the end, right, coming together as a community and ensuring that Senator Gopal wins his election again and wins it resoundingly sends a message that the work that he has done, the work he's done in support of the community, is rewarded in a way that gives him the momentum to keep on going. And that's why we're here tonight. So thank you so much.
If I could just indulge 1 minute to bring somebody up, because somebody I support very much. I just want her to say what district she's running, some of the towns, because there might be some residents. So Anjali, if you don't mind just coming up and saying a few words. Anjali Malhotra is running for Assembly, and along with Sadaf, they'll be the first 2 South Asian Assembly women elected in New Jersey's history.
Thank you so much, Senator. And honestly, I'm not surprised that he invited me, because that's the kind of person he is. He not only invited me to the event, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. And I do have to give a shout out to our other Assemblyman, Raj Mukherjee, because these are the 2 people who inspired me to run. I've always believed representation is important. I'm also the president for the National Organization for Women for New Jersey. And in that role, I have seen why it matters. But it was really these 2 people and hearing them talk that got me to this place where I was actually going to run. You've heard a lot about engagement. Building political capital is incredibly important to me. And everything that you've heard tonight, I would just echo it again and again. We need to not just vote, we need to support candidates, South Asian and others, honestly, because if we want to be able to pick up the phone and call our electeds when we need them, they need to know that we're there for them. That's just how it works. So I would really like everybody to think about that and be engaged and encourage other people to get engaged. Senator Gopal asked me to just talk a little bit about my district. I'm running in LD21. LD21 is a district that has historically been a Republican district. It's been trending blue. We really do believe that we're going to flip it this year. Our motto is win LD21 in 21. We are primarily in Union County, 10 towns, from like Roselle Park, Westfield, Summit, New Providence, Mountainside, where I live, Berkeley Heights, Cranford, Garwood, Springfield. I think I got all 10. We have 4 in Somerset, which are Warren, Watchung, Burnett, which I will tell you that if you know South Asians and those have high South Asian population, almost like 15%. We have Long Hill, Far Hills, and Chatham Borough is a small town from Morris that is also part of the district. So that's our district, and we are really working hard and hoping to, change that district this year. I think we're going to flip it. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. I know we love the Indian program. I'll try to keep it shorter.
And I got here at 7:30 Indian Standard Time. I thought nobody would be here. Everybody was here, so appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Patel, not just for your friendship, but for those of you who don't know Dr. Patel, most of you do. He's an incredible leader. He's done incredible things at the federal level. He does so much out in the community, a lot that people don't even know about, and really is an inspiration for our community. So thank you for putting this together, Vijay, Arun, Deven, who I've known for a long time, Abhay, Surabhi, and everybody else that helped with this. Tushar, Ritesh Shah, who is an energizer. Good to see you, Ritesh. And Yash, I'm surprised you gave Yash the microphone. Usually Ritesh likes the microphone. You gave it to Yash today, okay. I like it. I'm teasing. And all the elected officials, incredible leaders here in this area of the state. I joke in my district, I think I've got 5 South Asians that live there, 2 my parents, myself, and I think I might have lost the other 2. I don't even know if they voted or not. We have about 1% of our population. Ritesh is in the district. 1% of our population is Asian. About 72% of my district is white, 10% black, and 15% Hispanic. And it's a very diverse district. 18 towns from places as urban as Asbury Park to Cold Snack, another town. I got 6 votes, and most of them were by accident probably. They just pressed the wrong button. But it's a difficult area, and as the speakers were kind enough to mention, and I say this to the candidates running in these districts, because they're some harder, some easier, but being the first Democrat in 30 years to win that seat, when I originally ran, they called me the sacrificial lamb who they were putting up. So you never know what's going to happen. You never believe the people on the pollsters. I stopped watching what CNN and Fox. I mean, it's just a bunch of people. We should get those jobs. You go up, you just give your opinions. You have no idea if they're right or not. Remember, everybody said a guy named Barack Hussein Obama, he'll never get elected. A guy named Donald Trump, he'll never get elected. These people are always wrong. So my reason for saying that is it's important to put good, honest, decent people, make sure you work hard and do the best you can. We're at a place right now in our country where it's gotten, in the 3.5 years I've been in the Senate, it's gotten much worse. And it's really at the fault of both parties. We have people that are fighting with each other. They're going on Facebook. They're saying awful things about each other. They don't even know just because of wearing a mask or who they voted for. And it's really gotten to a really dangerous place in our country that we have so much hatred out there and so much anger. People who don't want to even talk because they voted for Biden or Trump or whatever it may be. And it's up to each and every one of us as community leaders to move away from that and to make sure that we leave this world a little better than our kids and our grandkids, so they can come to a community that is accepting like it was 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago when there wasn't. And I don't blame just Trump. I blame Democrats. I blame Republicans. I believe everybody who just wants to fight for the sake of fighting. And it's really gotten to a bad place. And I know these elected officials work on that each and every day. I talk often about a senator who I'm really very close to. Is a senator named Steve Orho, who represents Sussex County. I'm not entirely sure where Sussex County is. I'm sorry if I've offended anybody. Senator Orho he grew up going hunting every weekend. I grew up as a Hindu vegetarian household. We don't share much in common. But I learned a lot about him as a father, as a grandfather. I learned about his business. I learned about his core. And we've done so many pieces of bipartisan legislation on manufacturing and different industries to try to show other people that it's okay to work together. Just because we're not going to agree on guns or we're not going to agree on certain issues, we don't have to hate each other. We can still go have dinner. We can still talk. We can still try to understand what they are. Back to that core humanity. We do a class now at Rutgers-Eagleton on bipartisanship, and to try to encourage people that you have to be civil. We can have passionate disagreements on policy, and I have them almost every day, as many of you do, with friends, family, colleagues. You have passionate agreements, but when that passionate disagreement turns into anger and lack of discourse, it brings us in the wrong direction. And I think over the next several years, New Jersey especially, and across the country, they're going to be looking for people to try to bring them together and not just to divide and conquer. I am a passionate Democrat. I have voted with my party on a lot of things, 98% of the time. But when they're wrong, I work hard against them. And when the governor is wrong, we're battling right now on telemedicine legislation, on a bunch of other things. We will battle and we'll always be respectful. And that's the way it should be. We can't just be angry and go to Twitter or Facebook or I don't even know what's going to be 5 years from now and just say the worst about people, because it's not healthy. You know what drives me crazy, and some of you might have this. If someone says something really bad about you and you actually know the person, you're like, why didn't they just call me and just, right, you've had that assembly. Why don't you just call me and say, hey, you voted this way, can you walk me through this? And that is what we're missing. So New Jersey continues to be an incredible place with incredible diversity, with incredible people, the best schools in the country, proximity to New York and Philadelphia, an incredible Atlantic Ocean. So much that New Jersey has to offer, but unfortunately we still have people leaving the state each and every day because it's not affordable. We've got 565 towns, 600 plus school districts, hundreds of housing authorities. God only knows where half the tax dollars in some of these areas are going. We can work together, and we have. Over the last 3 years, we've done so many bills in bipartisan fashion to talk about property tax consolidation and reforming pension system and doing so many things that are necessary to do if we want to stay affordable. Because I know so many people that are moving. I'm sure you know people moving to Florida and the Carolinas, and it's important that we try to keep them here. We know kids who are graduating who are choosing not to come to New Jersey. They're going to other states because the job and the lifestyle may be better. And that's our collective challenge. We can't continue to be this expensive as a state. We have to make sure that we are, of course, taking care of our most vulnerable populations across the state, but doing it in a responsible way. So I just want all of you to know I appreciate each and every one of you, all of your support, your friendship. Many I've known for a long time, others I'm meeting for the first time. I and my district have to win roughly about 20% of the Republicans to win. It's an extremely competitive district. It always is. My running mates just narrowly won 2 years ago. And so we take nothing for granted. We appreciate everything that you're doing. But I hope I can leave you with a message of civility and love and treating everyone with respect, no matter how wrong they probably are, right? So, but on that note, thank you again to all the electeds that were here and Dr. Patel and your team and everybody else. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Senator.
And folks, on the behalf of IndusTV, I would like to welcome Senator Vin Gopal. And of course, we just heard him. Amazing issues, amazing voice, amazing concerns. He really cares about our community. And he cares about you. And if you want, on November 2nd, please go out and vote. And I am requesting you. Senator, I have met you so many times. The smile, the kindness, and the vision. I think we are so proud of you that you are guiding us.
Thank you. It's so wonderful to see everyone here. And, we are the fastest growing minority population in New Jersey. So the fact that Indian Americans, South Asians, everybody coming together, being organized is really incredible.
Senator, I think a word of advice to all the people out there who are watching IndusTV, how can they contribute? How can they get involved? I think people shy away when it comes to politics. Oh, forget it, I'm not interested. So how can, what kind of message you can give them so they get involved?
Yeah, so they may not be involved in politics, but politics will always be interested in them. If they're worried about their children's schools, it's the politicians that pick the superintendent. If they're worried about the safety in their streets, it's the politicians that pick their police chief. All of that is by local government, and the only way is for our community to get engaged, know the names, who the mayor and council is, and be part of the process, because then you can impact all of it.
In today's get-together, I saw that IndusTV and the whole other team, Dr. Tushar Patel and of course Vijay, Garg and all these people, they were able to bring in a lot of elected officials here under one roof, which is phenomenal.
They did an incredible job, Dr. Patel and everyone, and we're right now in the heart of Little India, New Jersey, in Middlesex, Somerset counties. So it really is incredible everything they do and the organizing and all these new candidates. And I'm hoping that kids and grandpeople that are watching, next generations, they'll have their career as business people, doctors, engineers, but they'll still run for local office.
You know, Senator, a lot of young people, they want to get involved in politics. What is your message for them?
Get involved, intern, and you can intern at anyone's office. I actually have a program of South Asian interns that come, and we help them, and there's always a good opportunity. Make sure you volunteer and intern, college, high school, and learn as much as you can.
And so, folks, on the behalf of IndusTV, I would like to wish Senator Vin Gopal all the best, good luck, and thumbs up to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
7926415. Let's share it. Yeah. Seven, 9, 2, 6, 3, 8, 4. You? No. Vijay can see this can't happen. Congratulations.